Hey everybody, welcome to the channel where we talk everything Chicago Bears, Cubs. We also got some Blackhawks and maybe some Bulls in there too. Listen, if you like what you see here today, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments down below. Make sure we can all beat that YouTube algorithm and grow together. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Hello Bears fans and welcome back, welcome back, welcome in. It is AJ, your average fan. Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are having a good week. It is the off season, so Bears videos tend to be pretty sparse this time of year. However, the Bears just pulled a complete 180 on their offensive line, and we're going to talk about it. The Bears, in 2 days, have turned around their offensive line quite drastically in what I would call some pretty monstrous trades, actually. The fact that they gave up what they gave up for these two gentlemen is nothing short of insane. Uh, the Bears have traded for Jackson and Thundy. So Thundy comes from the Kansas City Chiefs, and Jackson comes from the Los Angeles Rams. Yes, Los Angeles Rams. Um, and then there is one more, actually, that I have in a text thread. Oh, no, this is a potential free agent. And then the Bears are also have signed uh, Dolphins tight end Darim Smith. He was previously with the Dolphins, so he will be a good backup tight end. I like that signing. However, uh, free agents or not free agency, I'm sorry, trades. So the Bears needed a bunch of offensive line help. I think everybody knows this. We really needed to bolster uh, our offensive line help for Caleb Williams. I mean, he was the most sacked quarterback in the entire league last year. The Bears had some of the worst graded offensive guards, and like I said, they just completely pulled a 180 with the gentleman that they have traded for. Um, so in the Jonah Jackson trade, they are sending a 2025 sixth round pick to the Los Angeles Rams. A sixth round pick for Jonah Jackson is kind of insane, if I'm being honest. So this trade won't be processed until the 12th at the start of the league new year. That is obviously how the rules work in the NFL. So, they can't do anything with it or make it official until then. But it is pretty well set in stone at this point for this trade. Um, he's Jackson is 28. He started in 61 games over 5 NFL seasons, which includes a Pro Bowl season in 2021. He's dominantly played left guard. And here's the kicker to this. He spent his first 3 seasons in the NFL with Ben Johnson in Detroit. Or I'm sorry, 4 seasons in Detroit with Ben Johnson. Now, here's the thing. Ben Johnson said that he wanted to bring in people that he trusts and people that he knows could get the job done. I think that when it comes to the coaching staff, he has done that very well, which I am working on a video with my brother discussing all of the coaching hires now that the coaching staff is set in stone, so we will be doing that. However, I think he also meant it with the players too, because he knows what this guy is about. He knows his strengths and weaknesses fairly well, I think. So I think that there's familiarity there, and that will only help when it comes to how Ben Johnson wants to coach his offense. Jackson signed a 3-year, $51 million contract with the Rams in March of 2024. He's scheduled to make $17.5 million in salary in the 2025 season. So the Bears are actually getting him for a decently cheap price at that, given that they're only sending a sixth round pick, a 2025 sixth round pick. Um, yeah, taking on the entirety of the salary is what they were told by people familiar with the deal. At least that's what ESPN says. Um, yeah, so you get him for 2 years because he signed a 3-year contract in 24. So 25 and 26, you got him. Um, a shoulder injury limited him to 4 games last year, but honestly, I'm not really going to be overly concerned about that. I feel like that, shoulder injuries are actually kind of really common in the NFL these days, it seems like. So, if he starts 2025 uh, very healthy, I don't think he's going to have any problems. Um, yeah, so last week, the NFL Combine, Johnson addressed the possibility that the Bears could flip their entire interior of the offensive line in one offseason. Yeah, I think it's pretty clear that they did that. And what we're going to do now, we're going to look at Thundy here, Joe Thundy from the Kansas City Chiefs. Uh, the Chicago Bears promised to revamp offensive line it promised to revamp the offensive line in Ben Johnson's first season. They didn't even wait for free agency to make moves, and that's also going to be, I think, key to this a little bit later. They are expected to trade for Chiefs All-Pro guard Joe Thundy in exchange for a 2026 fourth-round pick. Fourth-round pick. So this again is another deal that won't be official until the 12th at the start of the new league year. So in 2 days, the Chicago Bears has completely revamped their interior offensive line. 32 years old, Thundy remains one of the top guards in the NFL, able to shield the pocket and blow open lanes in the run game. With issues at left tackle in 24, the Chiefs swung the guard out to stabilize Patrick Mahomes' blindside. I think that we saw that fairly well in the second half of the year for Kansas City. His blindside tackles dropped dramatically. So Thundy only has 1 year left on his contract at 15.5 million. So that saves the Chiefs 16 million. The Bears again also taking on the entirety of this contract. That's not to say that you can't extend him past that, but with his age, maybe he's just a stopgap to help a younger guy come into the league, or if the Bears pick up somebody else. But I think that this goes to say that the Bears completely flipped their interior offensive line, and free agency hasn't even started yet. So, you get both of these players for a combined. Let me see here. You get these guys for a combined like $31.5 million. That's number one. Number two, that still gives you well over $50 million when the free agent market hits to help you fill in some other pieces on your offensive line or even your defensive line. Uh, Pairing up somebody with Montez Sweat on the opposite side of the ball. And you still have the draft coming in because you haven't even given up any major draft capital. I do think that this is not just on Ryan Poles. I definitely think that Ben Johnson has heavily influenced these trades. I think that Ben Johnson really is really taking it seriously because I don't think without Ben Johnson things like this happen in Chicago. I fully believe that he has had a lot of influence because the way that the Bears have operated for the last 10, 15, 20 years, this is not akin to how the Bears have operated before. I mean, a new coach comes in, he hires what appears to be a pretty good staff. Obviously, we just have to wait and see what that produces on the field. But you're making these big trades, saving a lot of money for free agency, and keeping your major draft capital. I think that the Bears are all in. I think that they're really pushing to try to completely revamp this entire organization in one offseason. And right now, Ben Johnson, Ryan Poles, and Kevin Warren, they are showing that they have the ability and have had the ability to flip it in just 1 year. They just haven't up until this point, and now they're doing it, and it is exciting to see. But Bears fans, let me know what you think about these trades in the comments section below. We do have a couple of special team guys and some defensive guys that are re-signing with Chicago. We will talk about them in another video. But for now, Bears fans, again, drop your comments below. Let me know how you feel about it. And we will catch you guys in the next one.